One Friday afternoon, everything changed. My name is Daniel Foster. I'm 42 years old, and I live in Birmingham, England, with my wife, Emma, and our two children, Oliver and Sophie. From the outside, our life looked normal. I worked full-time as a project manager, while Emma worked part-time and studied online to finish her university degree. Life was busy, stressful, and sometimes exhausting, but we always managed somehow. At least, that's what I believed. I was halfway through a busy day at work when my phone rang. Emma's name appeared on the screen. The moment I answered, I heard sobbing. Not quiet tears. Real panic. "Daniel," she cried. "Please help me." My stomach tightened instantly. "Emma, what's happened?" Between tears, she explained that her car had broken down on a remote country road nearly an hour outside Birmingham. She'd run out of petrol and was stranded alone. "What were you doing all the way out there?" I asked. There was a pause. "I went to visit my sister." The answer surprised me. She hadn't mentioned any trip that morning. Not a word. Still, that wasn't the important thing. The important thing was getting her home safely. "I've got meetings all afternoon," I said carefully. "I can't leave right now." "I don't care about your meetings," she shouted. "I need you here." I suggested roadside assistance. I suggested calling her sister. I suggested a friend. She rejected every idea. "I don't want them," she snapped. "I want my husband." Then came the words that stayed with me all day. "You don't care about me." And she hung up. For the next several hours, she ignored every call and message. No replies. No updates. Nothing. At first, I felt annoyed. Then worried. Then terrified. Emma usually collected the children from school. As the afternoon dragged on, I began imagining worst-case scenarios. Had something happened to her? Was she injured? Was she alone somewhere without help? Eventually, I called the school and asked them to contact me if Emma didn't arrive. The longest hour of my life followed. Then my phone rang. It was the school. "Just letting you know your wife has collected the children." Relief flooded through me. She was safe. But another feeling quickly followed. Why hadn't she told me? Why leave me worrying for hours? That evening, I drove home with a knot in my stomach. The children were happily watching television. Emma was upstairs. I found her sitting silently on the edge of the bed. "I was worried sick," I said gently. No response. "I called you dozens of times." Nothing. Finally, she spoke. "I don't want to talk." The coldness in her voice shocked me. Later that night, after the children were asleep, we finally faced each other. "You left me," she said quietly. I stared at her. "I didn't leave you. I was at work. You knew I was scared. I knew you had a problem," I replied. "And I tried to help." Her eyes filled with tears. "I didn't need solutions, Daniel. I needed you." For a moment, I understood her pain. Then another question hit me. "Why didn't you answer your phone?" She looked away. "Because I was angry." That answer hurt more than I expected. While she was angry, I had spent the entire day imagining accidents, hospitals, and police phone calls. "I thought something terrible had happened to you," I said. Her expression changed. For the first time, she realized what I had gone through. Slowly, she explained what happened after our call. She had walked nearly 2 miles to a small petrol station, carrying a fuel can back onto the hot afternoon sun. She had been frightened, alone, overwhelmed, and in that moment, she felt abandoned. As I listened, my anger faded, but so did my silence. "I can't be the answer to every problem," I told her honestly. "Sometimes I physically can't leave work. Sometimes you have to trust yourself to handle things." Tears rolled down her cheeks. "I'm tired too," she whispered. Those words changed everything. Because for the first time, we stopped arguing about who was right. Instead, We talked about how exhausted we both were. The pressure, the expectations, the feeling that neither of us was being understood. The next evening, after a long day apart, we sat together at the kitchen table. No shouting, no blame, just honesty. I should have answered your calls, Emma admitted. And I should have recognized how scared you were, I said. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then she reached across the table and took my hand. I'm sorry for saying you don't care. I squeezed her hand gently, and I'm sorry you felt alone. A small smile appeared on her face. Not a perfect smile, but a real one. The kind that appears when two people finally stop fighting each other and start fighting for each other. That weekend, nothing magical happened. We didn't suddenly become the perfect couple, but we learned something important. Marriage isn't about always rescuing each other. It's about understanding each other. And sometimes, the hardest distance to cross isn't a lonely road in the countryside. It's the silent space between two people who love each other but have forgotten how to listen.